What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Kate the Jeep. And today you can see over here we've got a little hole in this cool little fitting. Well, this is from Hydro Tank, and today we are going to be installing a high pressure water system with Joe Vanderelst from Hydro Tank. So Joe, what are you drilling right now?
So this is the mount for the pump. We use a SureFlow high pressure pump. It's puts out about 100 psi, but it's really low flow, so you don't waste all your water in like a couple minutes. Gives you a little bit of extra time. And then the rubber gaskets on here help keep the sound down, and they also stop water from getting in.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to worry about it.
So it's already sealed?
It's already sealed. We've gone through quite a few different variations of pumps. We've tried a lot of different SureFlow brands. We've tried all the cheap knockoff Chinese ones, and they seem to not work very well. So we chose this pump for reliability. I mean, it just works every time.
Now that the pump's in, Joe is now installing the plumbing, the hoses that will extend from the rear here and work up through the engine bay, and then follow the A-pillar up to our Frontrunner water tank. So we'll see how it all works out. You can see how we've come out the bumper now on the underside of the vehicle and straight to the pump right there, which is positioned above the differential, but the differential will never get up that high. So there's no issues of it making contact. That's it. Goes right here. Oh, that's clean. It won't get in, it won't interfere with the door, and it won't interfere with the tire carrier. Yeah. So it's pretty nice, and it's actually protected by the tire carrier, so we're not going to be worried about it snapping off once it's mounted. That's really cool. There is a plug that will go on top of this so that we won't get any garbage in here.
So usually we run the switch up to about the front area over here. If you're running an sPOD, we can make an sPOD cable. It runs right in. We also offer an option where the switch is mounted on the back by the bracket, so you don't have to mess around with turning the key on the car. You can just hop out of the beach from a shower and turn the switch on, and you've got water right there. And if you want to run the sPOD version, make the cable for that, runs right up and ties into your sPOD, and everything's good to go. As far as the connectors go, we use like standard GM connectors, so they're readily available at any automotive store if you happen to break one or one gets lost. We build all the wire harnesses too. All the connectors are soldered and sealed, so there's no corrosion issues and no reliability issues. All right, we're good. Pump's on. So we're gonna install a quick disconnect fitting up top here. So if you want to take your tank off, you can just disconnect it. It's not gonna leak all over the floor. And then when you want to hook it back up, plug it right in and you're good to go. So right now we're running the pickup line from the Frontrunner tank. It's going to run down the A-pillar right here, go down underneath and all the way back to the pump, where we get pressurized and then sent to the outlet port.
And the line's already run to the pump. So
yep. So this is almost the last step right here, and we're good to go.
All right, Joe. So what are we doing now? We got all the plumbing set to the tank.
Yep.
Underneath the vehicle.
The lines are run.
Pumps in.
We've got the coil hose hooked up with a spray nozzle. And we're ready to go.
So I just got to go switch her on now, yeah?
Yep.
All right, that's the pump.
You can see the water filling up in the coil.
Yep.
It takes a couple seconds for it to fill up, and
damn!
there you go.
That's awesome. Let me see that.
So the pumps have a built-in shutoff. So once it's built up enough pressure, it turns off.
Oh, so it's pressure activated.
Yeah.
So now I can go in and just, yeah, like those muddy ass trails are no longer a problem. This is awesome.
And then the nozzle has also got a fine adjustment on it too, so you can have a bit of a mist for like a quick rinse off or like a shower even. And depending on how big of a tank you're using, you can take a pretty long shower.
Nice.
So usually when you're done with the system, it's always a good idea to turn the pump off and let the pressure out. It's not going to hurt anything if it's pressurized, but it's always good to just relieve a little bit of stress off of it. You can undo the connector, and if you're still out camping, you're going to use the system some more, just loop it back into itself. That way all the water stays inside of the coil hose. It doesn't leak out anywhere, and you won't waste that water. If you are at the end of your trip and you're done, just hook your nozzle back up and open it up, and you can hold it up and drain out all the water that's inside of it.
Got it. Just opening up the nozzle up top.
Exactly, just so that you don't have stagnant water sitting here for a
Sure.
little while. And then once it's all empty, you can just coil it all back up and.
But on a 3-day trip, you'd want to plug them together.
Exactly. That way you can just reserve. It's not a whole lot that's in here, but it's you don't want to waste if you don't need to.
Awesome. That's excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries.
So where can people find you?
Hydrotank.us. We're on Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias.
Excellent. Thank you so much, man. This is awesome. Cannot wait to get this on the trail. It's going to change everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Be able to wash dishes, take showers, rinse off the Jeep.